Wendigo Blue. This game has a parry, so it makes it into parry review. It also has a perfect dodge. So here's another game that's better than Jitsu Squad. But I still like Lost Castle 2 more, but this game is still pretty fun. So the parry, you block at the last second, you'll know you did it right because you're gonna glow yellow or something. Then you can immediately counter afterwards. If you press the light attack button, you'll do the light attack counter. And if you press the heavy attack button, you'll do the heavy attack counter. Now, I'm not still 100% sure about this, but I think that perfect dodging is better than the parry, because you enter a thing called flow state, and you'll know you've entered flow state because after you perfect dodge, your character's gonna have like a blue outline around them, and that signifies the flow state, which lasts like, I don't know, a few seconds or something. But again, even though I'm leaning towards the fact that flow state is better because you deal more damage overall, I'm still not sure which one actually deals the most damage out of the counter from the parry or perfect dodging into flow state. So I have two problems with this game, even though I like this game and I'm gonna give it a good score. But I have two problems with this game. One is that there doesn't need to be a lot of enemies for the screen to get cluttered. Like once there's like 4 or 5 enemies, there's already a bunch of stuff going on, and it kind of gets confusing to read enemies and properly parry because you can't tell what's happening a lot of the time. My other problem is that when an enemy's gonna attack, just before they attack you, they like hold still for a while. They like freeze like a statue. And that'll throw off your timing for the parry because you know they're gonna attack you soon, but they're still in like the wind-up phase of the attack where they like stand still like a statue. And then in order to properly time things with the parry, you have to start counting from the moment they freeze within their animation. So the timing usually goes like, they start winding up, then they freeze, and you count 1 second from that, or like half a second from that, and that's when you want to parry or perfect dodge. But the window is tight in this game for the parry. Like, the parry in this game is hard. Or maybe I'm just saying that because I only played this game for like an hour, so I don't know all the animations yet, but from what it felt like to me, I can tell you the parry in this game is hard. It's not easy. And also, for as hard as the parry is, it doesn't kind of reflect it with the benefits of the parry. Like, since the parry is so hard to pull off, maybe it should do like 20% more damage or something. But that's just me, you know. That's just me. Also, the dodge, because this game also has a perfect dodge. You can block and parry as much as you want, but the dodge has a cooldown. And that's why I have a gut feeling that the perfect dodge is better than the perfect parry, because it having a cooldown signifies sort of that the developers, the devs know it's OP. But again, I'm not 100% sure on the DPS for the counter attack on the parry versus the flow state of the perfect dodge. Okay, so because this game has both a parry and a perfect dodge, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 on the parry metric. And on the fun and enjoyment scale, I'm tempted to give it a 7 on the fun and enjoyment scale, but I should kind of be more realistic with the amount of clutter this game produces on its screen, and I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10 on the fun and enjoyment scale. If you are, however, a big fan of beat-em-ups, this game's probably like an 8 out of 10 for you. However, the reason why I'm not being more generous with the score is because I played Lost Castle 2 a few weeks back, and man, I really like that game. It's also a beat-em-up, but it has roguelike elements that make it just more fresh and interesting. I don't even remember anymore the score I gave for Lost Castle 2, but I hope I gave it a high score. Because I was playing it yesterday and I was having fun, man, just parrying in Lost Castle 2 with the sword and shield. I really enjoyed it. So after Lost Castle 2, this is my second favorite beat-em-up. And from what I can tell, this game is not a roguelite. This game is just like a classic beat 'em up, but with a parry, so you know that's cool. But yeah, again, the major problem with this game is the amount of clutter, and also due to the animation style and the graphics, it is kind of hard to tell enemy animations and know when to do a parry, which isn't necessarily a bad thing if the parry would reflect like a bigger reward for pulling it off. Like, again, you guys know I love Onimusha. I really wish the counterattack on the parry in this game was an Isen instead of what it is, which is just like an attack, just like a strong attack that comes after you parry. It'd be really sweet to have an Isen, but you know, that's a big ask. Oh, and one last thing. You can parry from any direction. You can parry or block with your back turned. Well, I don't know about the block though, but for sure, you're gonna see me here, or you probably saw me at some other point parry with my back turned to the enemy. It's totally possible. You can totally like turn your back, not be facing the enemy, and then perfect parry, no problem. So just know that. So thanks for watching. Take care and enjoy.